It is another day for the treatment of her dislocated arm, and Ifwa's mother has brought her to the bone setter. It's been 10 months, but Ifwa still cries from the injury she sustained during delivery. She is one of many children born at a health facility and supervised by a midwife with question marks. She has left unpleasant marks on the bodies of babies and in the hearts of some women who went through her. Ifwa was lucky to have come out with a fractured hand. This baby, which appears to be pulled with much force, did not survive. It weighed 4 kilograms, and medical experts say it should have been delivered through cesarean section, but that was not done. It came out as well-formed boy, but could not see the world. Selassie, the mother of this baby, did not want to speak to us in the course of this investigation. But like Ifwa's mother, she is not the only woman to have gone through the traumatic experience at New Generation Medical Center. Some women lost their children under disturbing circumstances at the same facility. Kate, a beautician, recounts her experience at the facility when a scan showed she had at least 1 week to deliver.
If we say we are waiting for ambulance, it will take late.
The matron, Francisca Quay, gave her a labor inducement pill called Cytotec and asked her to go home.
I went through pain from 10 a.m. But when she gave me the injection around 9, I was still enduring the pains till 6 p.m.
When the labor pains became unbearable, she rushed to the clinic with her fiancé, who was not allowed into the labor ward. While in pain, she claimed the nurses mocked her. She eventually lost her baby.
Initially, my baby was kicking. Yes, because my baby was very strong.
Okay.
He used to kick me, and I'll be even crying. So when they started pressing on my stomach, he stopped. Like, I didn't feel him again.
Conventionally, newborn babies are handed over to their mothers as their first sign of bonding. But in this instance, Kate said that did not happen. The baby didn't cry, a sign that it was not healthy.
So I asked her, why is my baby not crying? And she was like, oh, he's tired. So I forced her to put him on me. It didn't even take like a minute, and she took it and they placed him on a chair.
When all efforts proved futile, the resident doctor was invited.
So someone went to call the doctor, but I didn't hear what they were saying because I was in pain. So I saw his face expression because his face wasn't good. But what I heard was, why didn't you come and call me? She followed him outside. I didn't know what they went outside to say. So the doctor came again and he was beating the baby.
Kate said when she was transferred to another ward without her baby, she became suspicious. A day after her son's arrival, Kate went home empty-handed. She was told her baby was at the neonatal intensive care unit at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. For 3 days, she believed this, but never saw her baby again.
Around 12 to 1, I heard ambulance outside. So I waited for the midwife. She didn't come. So the next day, I asked her, where is my baby? And she was like, when she came, I was asleep. But I wasn't sleeping. At that night, I didn't sleep because I was waiting and I was in pain too. So I was waiting for her to come and call me so that I'll go and see my baby. And she was like, she came and I was asleep, so they sent my baby to Kulebu.
Officially, the hospital did not tell you that your baby was dead?
No, they didn't tell me. It was my mother and my younger sister who told me.
The New Generation Medical Center's records showed that the baby died at stillbirth. Kate says that traumatic experience left her emotionally damaged.
I don't think I can give birth again. Maybe I'll go and I'll adopt a bit. I'm scared my second one might die again.
Kate suffered this fate because of the actions of a midwife at the New Generation Medical Center, Francisca Quay. Her reproductive organ was also badly stitched that she had complications and had to go back to the hospital for restitching. She was, however, not the only person to have been caught in Francisca's alleged web of medical mishaps.
The delivery was what the problem started.
35-year-old Esther Baker delivered her baby after almost 4 hours of excruciating pain. When she finally did, she nearly bled to death.
After 4 hours to
this way, then you pull it. Emisa akwala no bano onu maame ne se akwala na bie ni nsem. Nti wo hu, nti ye difficult man. Nti bedu baby na akwala na yesi. Osi kwan. Nti oso onu so onye de onye ne best. Nti ontumi na no free doctor. Nti doctor na be che ni se anko onye ni se na onye ni se na onye ni se na ontwen. E na akwala ne bai. Akwala nso bai na akwala no nhome. Nhome nti omo de ni hye bibi kitua mu e no mo man oxygen. E no mo ma akwala no oxygen, omo ma mi so oxygen. Nti echire e na akwala nse se osu. Minim se tatam ne nse ne yi ana. E na akwala na yesa na.
Zekia said when she called Francisca to report the state of little Efua, her response was that many newborns had such defects.
When we went there, and she said, oh, this thing is normal. It has been happening to the babies. Even if you go to Kwalebu, you will see a lot of children with that. So she not panic. She not panic. So she told me to bring the baby. She took the baby to the doctor. I don't know whether she went and showed it to him, whether she just reached at the gate and turned back. Oh, yeah, I don't know for that. You see.
So when she came back, what did she tell you?
She told me that our doctor said the baby will be fine because if you take it to Kwalebu, you will see plenty children with this. So I should not panic, I should not worry.
Zekia took Efua to a traditional bone setter.
I took the baby to those men who have been pulling hands for the babies. And through Allah, that man too did his best. He helped us until the hands become normal.
Back at the New Generation Medical Center, the medical director, Dr. Ralph Obing-Owusu, who worked with Francisca for almost 30 years, had received complaints from clients about Francisca, including cases of extortion. In the course of the Fourth Estate investigations, Dr. Owusu sacked her. But Francisca got a job at Adams Family Specialist Clinic, about 3 kilometers away from the New Generation Medical Center. On November 30, 2021, an undercover agent of the Fourth Estate visited Francisca at the Adams Family Specialist Clinic, her new workplace. On February 2, 2022, the Fourth Estate confronted Francisca about the allegations leveled against her.
Are you a qualified midwife?
no.
Okay. But how long have you practiced?
For 34 years.
34 years. Wow, that's a lot of experience.
Because my grandmother is a midwife.
Oh, okay.
What is your level of education?
At O level.
O level. Which school?
At Ebenezer Secondary.
How much year did you complete?
It is 86.
So when you completed, where was your first job?
My first job was at the Sudan Cream as
Oh.
a receptionist.
Receptionist.
So
You were not an orderly?
I'm a receptionist.
When the Fourth Estate team asked Francisca about Kate's ordeal, she said the issue was making her sleepless. Francisca admitted that the New Generation Medical Center fabricated the story about the death of Kate's child.
The father and the mother were around. The husband, he said we shouldn't let him before how she would behave. It's never known how she was only. My mom said she can go off because the way she's emotional. So the way she is. So we told her, because no man said, so that she can gain her daughter back. Yeah.
But she's been 1 year now, and she herself, you haven't told her officially that the baby is dead. Right.
Sorry to say, one, like what I said, it is the you see how the patient is behaving. One, to the relative, that is the mother, the father, they were all here. Hey, we don't come and be there, and then you can be
Registrar of the Nursing and Midwifery Council, Felix Nyante, said the law requires that nurse assistant must be trained by accredited institutions and licensed by the Nursing and Midwifery Council, NMC.
Whatever we do, we are guided by this Act, Act 2013, Act 857. And so, if somebody says, I'm trained on the job, you don't pass through our regulatory mechanisms. You cannot put your hands on your chest to say, I'm a midwife. And then and when we don't also pronounce on you that you are a midwife by virtue of the fact that, one, you meet the entry requirements to go to school, any of the accredited midwifery training schools. Two, if you don't gain admission per the entry requirements to any of the accredited nursing and midwifery training schools. Two, if you don't follow the structured curriculum to be trained. And the training, let me add that it is both theory and practice. So you are put in a classroom to be trained. You are sent to the hospital to be also gain some clinical skills. Three, if you don't sit and pass the licensing exams, if you are not registered by the council, you cannot say, I am a registered midwife.
Francisca was not exempted. Mr. Nyante said it was possible for a Quack midwife to escape their regulatory scrutiny despite their regular monitoring exercise.
I've said it's like a tadpole. You see, regulation started in the days of creation. You remember when God created Adam and Eve and he put a tree in the Garden of Eden and he said, do this, don't do that, do this. The day man took the laws into his own hands, the wrath of God came upon man. So nobody naturally wants to be regulated. Even in our homes, your children, even you yourself, media people, naturally nobody wants to be regulated. But if we come under regulation, it becomes good for the individual, the community, and the nation at large.
What's it called? What's it called? You're called baby.
To me to now.
So you mean that you are thinking much about your job than the people you attend to as patients? Is that the case?
In a response to a letter by the Fourth Estate, the Health Facility Regulatory Authority, HEFRA, said the examination of files from New Generation Medical Center and Adams Family Specialist Clinic did not have Francisca Quay's name on their staff roll at the time HEFRA inspected the facilities. Sources say Francisca Quay has currently resigned from the Adams Family Specialist Clinic and gone into hiding.